Good day, everyone. I'm Hazel Bautista Camas, trainer of Cookery NC2 and Commercial Cooking NC3, and assessor of Cookery NC2, and a member of Royal Institute Master Chef Singapore. So welcome to Vox Humana Technological College, Ordoneta City, Pangasinan. Now, we will discuss about history of culinary. So, history of culinary. The first celebrity chef was Marie-Antoine Carême. He is often called the father of French cuisine.
History of French culinary.
A gastronome who worked for Napoleon once wrote, "Without sauce, there is no salvation, there is no cuisine." He was right. Sauces are the heart of French cuisine. Their history began a long time ago when humans started to improve the flavor of food by adding salt, from which the word sauce arrives. After the antiquity, the Middle Ages began, adding spices to French sauces, the main example being the cameline sauce. During the Renaissance, French cuisine lacked in creativity for almost 300 years until the 17th century, the period of fundamental invention. Attributed to chef La Varenne is the roux, a mix of butter and flour, which became the standard for binding sauces. One of the queens of French cuisine can now enter the scene, bechamel. 100 years after, and it's the time of Espagnole sauce, created by Chef La Chapelle, and mayonnaise. Between the 18th and 19th centuries, Chef Carême brought a revolution, the identification of four mother sauces, from which all others can be derived. At the turn of the 20th century, instead, the famous Béarnaise sauce appeared, and Chef Escoffier completed the classification of the main groups of sauces. Then, in the late 20th century, sauces entered into the Dark Ages. Nouvelle cuisine considered them too fatty, salty, and unattractive, so they simply disappeared from dishes, until Chef Yannick Allenot decided to bring them back to life. He has created an innovative process for making sauces, allowing them to meet modern needs. The first step is the extraction, cooking food under a vacuum and at specific time and temperature conditions. The liquid that comes out is then reduced in order to condense and preserve its aroma. It's the second step, the cryoconcentration. The last is the blend step, when different extractions are mixed in order to create the perfect dressing for a specific dish. A new sauce has been created, tastier, healthier. This brings to light the fact that we still might improve something. After devising this method, Chef Allenot met a famous winemaker who told him only fermentation can express the terroir. This sparked an idea. What if fermentation, which has always been seen as a preservation tool, can now be used as a taste enhancer? Let's combine the antique technique of fermentation with his modern extraction process. To experiment, he took 3 of the same vegetables from 3 different terroirs and placed them in a jar with salt. Then he cooked them at the precise temperature in order to begin extraction. What a surprise! Fermentation enhances energy in a product. In other words, gives life to it. Extraction restitutes the real true taste of a product, preserving its life. The combination of the two shows that a terroir is not only a territory, but as with wine, also a taste. Now, in the 21st century, it is the gastronomization of the terroir.
So a while ago, we discussed about history of culinary. So now, we will have a webinar about fine dining recipes at home during pandemic.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Vox Humana Technological College. Now we will have a webinar about fine dining recipes at home on your special occasion during pandemic. So before we start, I want to see you smile. Kawaii kawaii. So let's have a game. What can you see in the picture? Okay. So preheat. When teaching people to bake, I often get asked, it's really important to preheat your oven? The simple answer is yes. Preheating your oven and allowing it time to reach the correct temperature before you put anything in it is possibly the single most important thing you can do when you are baking. Next, what can you see in the picture? Dough. A thick malleable mixture of flour and liquid used for baking to bread or pastry. Add water to the flour and mix into manageable dough. Next, what can you see in the picture? Bread. So food made of flour, water, and yeast or another leavening agent mixed together and baked. How about this? Yeast, a biological leavener. So dining etiquette. When meeting someone, rise if you're seated, smile and extend your hand, repeat another person's name in your greeting. A good handshake is important. It should be firm and held free for seconds. In today's business world, it's not necessary to wait for the female to initiate the handshake. Females and males should both be ready to initiate the handshake. This is the formal setting. The world's highest formal dinner is in Mount Everest. So place setting, we have butter spreader, bread and butter plate, napkin, salad fork, dinner fork, dessert fork, soup bowl, service or dinner plate, water goblet, red wine, white wine, dinner knife, teaspoon, and soup spoon. Silverware. If the piece of silverware drops, leave it. Ask for a replacement from the server. Silverware should not touch in tablecloth once used. Place the knife on the top of the dinner plate facing in after use. When you're finished, place your knife and fork in the center of the plate. Napkin. Once seated, place the napkin and folded on your lap and leave until you are finished. Once you are finished, place the napkin folded loosely to the left on your plate. Napkin folded. Next, the napkin is used to dab the corners of the mouth. If you need to leave the table during the meal, place the napkin on the chair, the side of the chair under the table. So posture and elbows. Sit straight and try not to lean on the table. Keep your elbows off the table close to the body when you are eating. However, when you stop to talk, it is okay to rest your elbows on the table and lean forward. Serving the food. Pass the food to the right, transfer dip to your plate, place or serve on the left, dishes removed from the right, pass the salt and pepper together. Dining. Wait until everyone's seated before eating. When dining with others, everyone should start and finish at the same time. If you are a fast eater, try to pace yourself. You could make the others feel uncomfortable if you finish before they do. When you're finished eating, do not push the plate away from you. Take a small bites. Keep your mouth closed and finish chewing before continuing the conversation. Try not to gulp your food. Isn't very attractive. Do not blow your food that is hot. Wait until it cools or eat from the side of the bowl when having soup. Bread and rolls should be broken with your fingers in small pieces and buttered one piece at a time. Cut several pieces of meat or main course at a time. Use your knife to cut your lettuce if needed. Excusing yourself and problems. Be discreet if you have a problem with the food. Remove the food in the same way went on the silverware. Excuse yourself if you don't have to leave the table. Turn your head from the table when you cough or sneeze. If someone uses your bread plate in their own, do not inform them their mistake. Simply use your dinner plate. Do not use the bread plate on your right as replacement. Fine dining recipes. So now it is quarantine, ECQ, GCQ. So the government give us canned goods like sardines. So what can you make in a sardines in order to be fine dining? So before we start, we have edible leaves, kaaldu, spinach, pak choy, cabbage, and lettuce. So edible flowers, pansy, lavender, nasturtium, honeysuckle, and chamomile. So edible flowers for cooking, broccoli, katuray, banana, and cauliflower. For decoration or garnish, marigold, butterfly pea, karma orchid, gumamela, xanthus, lavender, pansy, and sunflower. Video add how to make
the ingredients are mussels, green peas, ginger, onion, garlic, butter, evaporated milk, and pasta. We have squash flowers, celery, broccoli in a plating. So we will melt the butter. Add the garlic, the onion, the ginger, add the mussels or tahong, After 15 minutes, add Sprite or soda, white soda. Add Sprite or white soda. Add the green peas. And blend it. Melt the butter. Add the puree in the butter. Add condensed milk. Add flour.
That's that's it. Plating sardines with tomato sauce and broccoli. So make sure that your blue pea rice is hot or mildly warm to cook the egg yolk. If not, microwave it. Use boiled egg. So sardines with tomato sauce with blue pea rice and egg yolk. So now we have green peas puree, pasta, shrimp, and mussels. Just the plating. Ideas for celebrating 50th wedding anniversary. So date of celebration. While thinking of 50th wedding anniversary party ideas, the thing that pops up in mind first is deciding when to celebrate. Mostly couples go with wedding date, but few couples have their own plans for extraordinary celebration on special day. We have like this in the picture, Daniel and Emmy Livingston, 5th year anniversary, 10th year anniversary. So, guest list. First of all, include the family, then friends, co-workers, and colleagues in the guest list. Compile your guest list and help of the friends of family members. The list should include some of the people who witnessed your wedding. Activities to do as a host. Play the song that decade which couple got married as background music in the party. You can also select the favorite music and select songs accordingly. Ensure that the music is being played in a low volume so that people can chat easily instead of competing with the music. You can keep single-use cameras on each table so that the guests can capture your party from their point. Keep the basket at the gate so that the guest drops them while leaving. Guests would love to see changes in a couple of these 50 years of marriage. Collect a picture of either display them with the projector on the wall display on the table. Don't forget to include your original wedding invitation card. Most of the couple treasure it. It would be wonderful to begin the projection slide while showing to invite first. Anniversary decoration ideas. The 50th wedding anniversary needs each stage to be decorated with traditional elements, like ivory tablecloths for tables, for golden and silver balloons to decorate the party space. Either keep them tied in bunches of different places or scatter them all around to add some dramatic effect. You can use golden and silver streamers, incorporate the theme from a song or a movie or a couple favorites or from their era. We found a list of virtual theme celebration ideas. Virtual celebration ideas are all ways to recognize achievements and observe special occasion online. Online parties and digital shoutouts are fun ways to relax together and acknowledge achievements. These events are also called online celebration and promote celebration. This celebration may be part of virtual team retreat or often called Zoom party games. The list includes free virtual celebration ideas, virtual office celebration ideas, Ways to celebrate employees' remotely online celebration ideas. Just a darn fun event. Just a Darn Fun event is a 60-minute event that you can do remote game teams. The games include mashup of trivia, rapid fire bingo, and micro challenges that are perfect for celebrating team wins and accomplishment. Our experienced event hosts will maximize and engage the participation for the group. The most common feedback is to hear that was the most fun ever in a Zoom call. Learn more about Just a darn fun event. So send care package. Unexpected presents are the best. Everyone enjoy receiving gifts in the mail or remote employees are no exception. You can send care packages to your virtual teammates to boost morale and recognize special events. Virtual care package ideas for employees, craft kits, crossword puzzles, and adult coloring books, subscription boxes, fun stationery and office supplies, house plants, holiday decoration and treats, mugs and tea, cocoa or coffee, baking or meal kits, device charger, extension cords, and other technology accessories, electronic cleaning supplies, candles and scented oils, blankets or snuggies, 3D pop-up cards or musical cards. So track birthdays and other milestones. Again, these days of struggling to keep track of remote teammates' special events without breaking the room banter or promise to office cake birthdays or work anniversaries can easily slip under the radar. Luckily, online tools can recognize important dates. Employees can send teammates event invite milestones like birthday and workversaries to mark the dates on the cloud-based calendar. You could also use Slack apps like Cake Day to automatically send birthday reminders to the team. Then you can plan for a virtual birthday party. One of the most essential virtual office celebration ideas is to identify the special event worth celebrating. Remembering observing your colleagues' special days is a simple but powerful way to build a rapport to remote exclusively among remote teams. Conclusion: a hosting virtual team celebration is a great way to boost the remote team morale and foster culture of recognition within the virtual office. Online parties offer ways for remote employees to relax the casual interact, providing the re-energizing break from the standard work from home routine. These activities are major motivators for morale booster, remote celebration, and promote sense of togetherness from the distance. So toast. There are good ships, and a ship sail in the sea, but the best ships are friendships, and may they always be. Thank you.